Gonna survive, guys. Wolverhampton nil, Arsenal 1. My name is Ash, and I'm here with Mark Jackson. Mark, 3 points in the bag. 3 points in the bag, and a very, very funny red card to Lewis Kelly.
Before I will talk about the game, in football, in the Premier League, in football in general, I have an issue. I have a serious problem with referees. Referees are too powerful, in my opinion. Referees are too powerful. They make errors. They are not the worst thing that will happen to a referee when he makes an error is demotion. They will demote him to another league for 1 week. After that week, he comes back, he does another nonsense. 3 points in football is too important for one man to just decide how it happens. This game, if it was one of those games where Arsenal would just sit and just play nonsense, or if it was against a better team, we would have lost this game. And who would we have blamed? Michael Oliver. Why would a referee be so powerful? For me, it is not good enough. Referees should be punished. After every game, they should review their decisions, check them. If the decision is terrible, if the decision is as terrible as the one today in this Arsenal game, they should ban them. In fact, not even pay them for that particular week. It's now they have to lose something. If they lose something, they will be more vigilant and they will sit up. They don't get to lose anything. Referees don't lose anything for bad officiating. That is why it is easy to rob. That is why it is easy for them to make all these errors intentionally sometimes, and nothing will happen. Now that referee, I'm coming to the game. That referee that was what did they even do to it?
Or sacked.
Sacked rather. That referee that was sacked for saying what he said against Liverpool. Who knows how many matches that referee has spoiled for Liverpool? He was not done anything, and I am sure he did all those things intentionally because he obviously does not like Liverpool. Now that referee was just allowed to go in all those games. If he did not say what he said, nobody would have known. It is bad. Referees make this mistake. Punish them. Let them be punished. Referees should be punished.
And some of them is obvious.
It's obvious.
Like Oliver, it's obvious.
Michael Oliver's one is obvious. I've heard Man U fans complain about Michael Oliver, and I have seen it as an Arsenal fan. How can Michael Oliver make these mistakes and next week he will get ref for another match? It's not nice now. But back to my game, I am happy, that despite the efforts of Michael Oliver to ensure that we did not win the game, we were able to come out with 3 points. Nice mentality from the boys. They went 1-0 down and they did not. They reacted like a team that just got a red card. They sat back initially. They were pressed for a few minutes, but when they came into the game in the second half, it was a different thing. They pressured Wolves, and for the first time, I looked at my team and I was happy because we played well. I'm happy because we played well, even after going 1-0 down. Good game from the boys. And if Michael Oliver wanted to spoil this game, he should have just given all our players a red card.
Or he balanced the game at some point.
After he gave us a red card, he had to start blowing in our favor. And I was even angry here because I was saying, you have already spoiled the game. Why are you trying to arrange it? He did not have to do what he did. Even a baby footballer, a baby fan would know that Lewis Kelly's ball was not a red card. In fact, if you don't look at any other team, his boot was not high. Look at where he made the foul. Like, on what grounds did he give that red card? You will hear Premier League referees and if you hear Gallagher now explaining and backing Michael Oliver, because he would not want to come out and say Michael Oliver is a goat. Yes, now, because that is what he should say. But he will not say it.
Back to the game, please.
Back to the game. No, honestly, I'm furious. When I saw that red card, I wanted to leave that. I wanted to leave here.
Back to the game.
Nice game. 3 points. 3 points, and we move. We put more pressure on Liverpool. We have more players coming back. Saliba started today's game. I heard Ben White is back. Tomiyasu is back. Hopefully by Manchester City game, Odegaard should be fit to play because it was just a minor illness and he had to be dropped for the.
Calafiori is back and he scored.
Calafiori is back. Hopefully not just for one game, because that's what normally does. He comes back for one game, he goes back injured. So hopefully this time he actually stays and plays football because he's actually a very good addition to the team. Lewis Kelly has been playing very well. Lewis Kelly does a lot for the team defensively and inverting and contributing to our all-round game. But Calafiori offers more going forward. Not just because he has scored 2 goals, but when Calafiori is on the pitch, you know that we are more progressive in attack.
Press teams.
We press teams and we win the balls faster, especially from his own position. He's a risk taker, not like Skelly. Skelly is a risk taker, but in covering his ball. Calafiori is a risk taker, but in going for what he wants to do, putting his body on the line. And he had a good game today. Raya had a very good game today too. And the whole team, except say 1 or 2 players that Kai Havertz was not good again today. I think Kai Havertz needs to be rested. Kai Havertz, for me, I'll play Trossard up front, Waneri on the flank in place of Saka, Martinelli, then Trossard in place of Odegaard. If Odegaard is not fit, Odegaard was injured, and we saw that Trossard was the best person to replace him in that position. I don't know what is wrong with Arteta. Sometimes he deserves all this criticism from France because we watched when Odegaard was out. Okay, we did not try Waneri there a lot of times. We tried Trossard there, and he tried. He got some assists, got some goals. So playing Odegaard is not easy. Play Trossard. Put Waneri on the flank. And the substitution today for me, removing Martinelli ahead of Waneri for me was not good enough. You would have removed Martinelli, shifted Waneri to the flank. I think it would have been better for us attacking because Martinelli was too predictable. The best he did was putting those crosses inside. But Waneri would have attacked that 18-yard box and probably created more chances than Martinelli did. But I can't complain. Clean sheet on the road at the Molineux, and we go. What can we do? We won our game. Move on to the next game.
25th of January. You know what that means? I don't need to ask you the question. 25th of January. We are still waiting and hoping.
I told you something last week. If Arsenal have not signed any player by now, they are not serious. They are not. It is not about we are planning. We are trying to get. Arteta has literally cried that he wants signings. He does not have to spell it out that I want a striker, I want a winger. He does not have to say it like that. The things that he says in press conferences show that this manager is in need of players.
He has to be professional with it.
He professional with it. That is what he has to do. He has to be professional with it. He has to, in a way, cover his bosses. Because the people that he is crying for to the people that he's crying for to sign players and the people that will see sack him, that can sack him. So, you know, when someone is saying, he said, you should shout. You should say, I need a signing, I need strikers, you should shout.
The last man that came to the press conference and said, they say there's no money. We can only loan players. It didn't last.
So people are shouting. I thought I should shout. So when they work for players, they say they pay on and they reduce on a salary. I don't know if he shout for our boss. He want that to shout for his boss. Work hard though. The hack never get work till now. They don't.
Hey, we best there. Don't you suck up?
What do they Fenerbahce? If best, they said I go Fenerbahce. See, when you're shouting, look at what you're shouting at. The people that Tata will shout at are the people that can inspire him. I'm not saying he should not shout, but he's talking. And if you're smart, if you're wise as an Arsenal fan, you will see the coach is talking. He needs signings.
Which he doesn't do normally.
He doesn't do normally. He's talking now, but Arsenal fans cannot hear him. He asked a journalist. A journalist insinuated that Arteta does not want to get a striker during a press conference. I think recently, that was 2-3 days ago. And Arteta said, who told you that I said I don't want a striker? Are you saying this because it is what you think? Abi, you're saying it because you feel it is right? The journalist could not say anything. Sometimes some fans just want to blame the coach. Arteta is not a sporting director. He will tell the club what he wants to sign. The club will sign what they can sign or what they wish to sign. Your owner said when he bought shares in Arsenal in 2013, he said he does not want to win trophy. That's what he said. Now you're shouting he should sign players to win trophy. Did he tell you that he has changed his mind, that he wants to win trophies now? Did I tell you that? It's beginning to look like the fans are even more serious than the club. By this time of the month, we don't have a striker. We don't have a signing. Not even a striker, a signing. Okay, if we don't get a striker, if our flanks are very, very active, it will not show too much. Or you get a winger now. They will not get a winger. Now, at the end of the window, you will hear 30th of January. Now, you hear Arsenal agreed deal for Rashford on loan.
Welcome to Arsenal, Marcus Rashford.
Will now come and say he wants to bring his career back because that's what we do. We raise people's career from the dead. It is not supposed to be so.
Glory reign.
May I say this thing? We need signings. Any player going to sign in the summer, sign them now. We don't have to wait till summer. We don't have to wait till summer, but it's the Arsenal way. It is what it is.
So going forward, your man of the match.
My man of the match for this game, I'll pick Raya because he made some nice saves. He was a presence in the box, in the 18-yard box when Wolves attacked. He did what he could do. I don't know. I can't give any player on the field because all of them for me have performed almost on par. For me, I will give it to David Raya. He made some crucial saves in some defining moments in the game. And going forward, I don't know who we are playing next.
Girona, then Man City.
They are playing Girona. They are playing Manchester City. They are currently losing to Chelsea. That game,
I think it's a 1-1 game.
okay, 1-1, yeah. Game of midfield, we should defeat Manchester City. That is what Arsenal fans. Did you hear what I said? We should defeat Manchester City. I can say that now. 2 seasons ago, you know, if you try that kind of thing, say they play Man City, then you say I should defeat Man City. But now I can say it. Give your coach credit. And attack who you're supposed to attack. You cannot be attacking Arteta for signings. So if you attack Arteta for signings, attack the board for the way we are playing now. You have to attack somebody for something now. If you're attacking Arteta for signings, attack the board. When Arsenal do not play well, attack the board. But the board have to be responsible in a way. They are responsible for not giving us players. How many 50 million players do we have in the squad?
I think 3.
They give you Ben White and Kai Havertz and Declan Rice. And you're shouting. Have you looked at Man City squad? How many 70 million, 80 million, 100 million players? Chelsea, only their midfield is 200 million. Enzo Fernandez and Casedo, only their midfield, 200 million.
Casedo, I think Casedo was 50 million or so.
Lavia
was 50 million. Casedo was 1 something.
Only Chelsea midfield. If Chelsea decide to play, okay, Palmer was 40. 240 million in Chelsea's midfield against Declan Rice and Partey. If you put all these ones together, it's not even up to 180.
Modric.
100 million.
Neto, another 50 million.
Kukureya 55 million. Kukureya 55 million. Go to my squad. Zegzi. I don't even want to start giving names. You have just 350 million pounds player or an over in your team, and you're blaming the coach for not signing. Now, I won't bring out money, sign player. I mean, I won't go to look for player. He has a job. His job is to manage players. They give him players. He manages them. You cannot be blaming one person for not signing player and also blaming the same person when we lose match. Other people are doing other jobs in the club. Going forward, Arsenal fans know who to blame. When you want to blame somebody, know who to blame for particular problems.
All right, thank you.